Welcome back, fellow warriors. I'm the Martial Scholar, and this is To Black Belt and Beyond. If it's your first time viewing one of my videos, smash that like button. If you enjoy the content of my channel, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified when new videos drop. Before we begin, I'd like to shout out Breath and Flow for another excellent yoga sequence. I highly recommend, if you are a martial artist doing Wing Chun, boxing, jiu-jitsu, really follow his 16-day program. It's challenging, but it's effective, and you will see the results. So once again, shout out to Breath and Flow. So let's begin by coming down to a seated position, sitting on your heels and taking a few deep breaths. Elongate your spine, lower your shoulders down, take deep breaths, breathe in and out, and relax. So I will say this yoga sequence is challenging, and if you feel at any time you need to take a break and relax, do so, because I let you know I had to. Breathe in, breathe out. Check your body. Check from your feet, your knees, hips, torso, arms, shoulders, neck, head. Check your entire being. See where your aches and pains are. Breathe into those areas. Empty your mind. Calm your thoughts as much as possible. Breathe in deeply. Exhale deeply. Exhaling all negative. Inhaling all positive. So keep that in mind as you breathe in and out. Bring your hands to your chest. Set your intentions for today, what you want to accomplish, and be proud. And just try and see that to the end. Take deep breaths in and out. When you're ready, come up to all fours, tabletop position. Stack your arms above your wrists and start moving forward and back. And just move to your own limits. Don't push past it or, try and do anything more than it takes time. So build it up. Be on your toes as well. And stretch your feet as you come back into the seated position. Breathe in and out as you do this. And take your time and go at your own pace. Don't rush. Just make sure you feel. And now start rotating in any particular way you feel. Rotating the wrist one way. And then when you're ready, start going the other way. Get nice circular movements. When you're ready, flip your hands so your fingers are pointed to your knees, and gently sit back. Only go as far as you want to go. If you want an extra stretch and you don't want to sit back, just bend your arms. And you could go back and forth. Be gentle with your arms. Then switch it over and let your palms face upwards. Now, you have to keep your arms straight, or try and keep your arms straight. Don't forget, it's not a must that you do this all at once. It takes time, and you need to build up the resistance. So gently, and then when you're ready, come back and shake out your hands, breathing in and out as you do this, of course. When you're ready, come back to tabletop, and what you want to do is lift your knees ever so slightly off the mat. Bend, get that arch in your upper back where your scapulars are. For all you Wing Chun practitioners, this is especially good for you. And breathe. Keep on raising up those knees. So those knees are raised, and have an arch in your upper back. Try and keep your arms straight. Maintain that position and keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. Take deep breaths. Just hold it for a few more breaths. And now go into a plank. Raise your hips up, your knees totally off the floor. Keep and maintain that high plank, and maintain that arch in your upper back. Carry on breathing in and out. This is strength building, and it's going to help with your grips, your arm strength, your abs, your quads, your glutes, everything. So maintain that flexion and maintain. Now breathe and go into downward facing dog. Try and push back. If you notice, I have like a slight hump in my upper back, and very soon you will see me try and straighten that. So keep on pushing through the palm of your hands, and really focus between your thumb and index finger on both your hands. See if you can push through that. Now slightly bend your knees, and as you're pushing back, exhale your stomach and you have more space, and then as you're in that lower stance, straighten the legs. Breathe in and out. Really focus on the index fingers and the palms of your hands and push. Try and keep a straight back and trying to get a deeper upper back where your scapulars are. Bend your knees and come forward. Come into L sit, exhale, down and lower down. Stretch those hamstrings. Breathe in and out. Come up to a semi. Take a breath and then go back down again. Bend your knees and slowly rise up. Roll your shoulders. Raise your hands. Take a breath. Exhale. Lower back down. Come up halfway. And then lower back down. Bend your knees. Raise your body up through your spine. Come up. Raise your hand up. Prayer position, and then exhale, go back down. Raise, go halfway, take a breath. Breathe in and out. Take a leg back and go into tripod. Now try and get your hips even here. Extend that spine and lower yourself down. Raise up again and lower yourself down. Raise up again and then lower yourself down. Each time you're always trying to get closer to your quad. And if you want a deeper stretch, move your torso over your left leg to get a deeper stretch on your hamstring. Try and keep your hips parallel and breathe in and out. When you're ready, take the right leg further back. Keep the right hand on the ground and raise the left hand up. Get a nice deep lunge Use your fingers, don't go onto your palms. And what you're trying to do is stack the arms on top of one another. Really open up. And it's not a case of you're trying to open up or stretch your hands. Yes, you are stretching your hands, but you're trying to open up your chest, get a nice twist. Now go onto your palms. Then keeping your hands up, twist and go into a side plank. Keeping that hand up, try and maintain that flexion, as in keep your hips up as well. Keep your hands, and then place your left hand behind your back, and then gently and safely come into a plank. Maintain that structure. Breathe in and out. Be strong here. Once again, anytime you feel you want to rest, take a rest. Hold it for a few more breaths, and then place both hands down. Maintain that plank. Go down into chaturanga, push back up into plank. Take a breath, go down into chaturanga and lower down. Now, keep your feet flat on the floor. Unlike me, keep your feet flat on the floor, but raise your chest up. If you want, spread your arms as wide as possible, but keep your chest off the floor. Every time you take a breath, try and raise your chest up. Now relax, come back up into child's pose. Take some breaths there, breathe in and out, relax, recover, open up those scapulars, come up into downward facing dog, bend those legs and try and get into that shoulder opener, and when you're ready, come forward, come up into the L position, take a breath and lower back down. Raise up, roll your shoulders, hands over your head, and come down, back down into a forward bend. Come into a L, take a breath, take your left leg back, try and square your hip into pyramid pose, and once again try and lengthen your spine, take a breath and then fold. Raise up, lengthen your spine and fold. Inhale, exhale as you do this. If you want a deeper stretch, take your torso over to the left side of your right thigh. Take your torso over to the right side of your right thigh, and to get a deeper hamstring stretch, what you want to do now, go into a low lunge. Do not place the palm of your hands on the floor. Go onto your fingers. This is going to strengthen your fingers. And yes, you're trying to get your arms and you're trying to reach up through your right hand, but at the same time you're trying to get a nice twist, and it's the opening of your chest that will get right hand stacked on your left hand. Now go onto your palm and then go into side plank, keeping that right hand up in the air. Maintain your balance. Keep that midriff up. Keep your waist up. Maintain your balance. Take some breaths. Then go into a plank position, into a three-legged plank. Hold it, breathe in and out. Then place the other hand down and maintain the plank. Breathe in and out. Go forward. Get in, lower down into chaturanga. Push back up into plank. Then go down into downward facing dog. Remember, try and open up those scapulas in your upper back. Anytime you feel to, you can bend your knee, push through your palm, and then straighten your legs as we did earlier on before. Breathe in and out. Take some breaths. Relax. Bend your knee. Get ready. Stretch your legs. Stretch through the palm. When you're ready, use your left hand and grab your left calf. Now, this particular routine is very difficult, and if you cannot manage it, it's no big deal. Stay in downward facing dog. The aim of the game is to try and lift your right leg up while still holding on to your left leg. It's not easy and it's not simple. So if you can't do it, still maintain the downward facing dog, but it's good to attempt new things. And from doing that downward facing dog with one leg raised, try and go into an awkward plank, which is basically keeping that right leg up and then removing your left hand and making it hover. It's not as easy as it looks, and it's hard. So if you can do it, well done. I haven't been able to do it yet, and I'm still practicing. So lift that leg up and try and maintain into an awkward plank. Hold it for as long as you possibly can, even if it's for a few seconds. And then you switch by placing your foot through and maintaining that structure, keeping your hands up into the air and your feet, and once you finish, go back down into downward facing dog. Wow, not an easy thing, but this is what this flow is all about. It gives us strength, and it's something that we can try and master. So raise your leg up and then bring it into your forearm, and then step your right leg through and go into a low lunge and raise your arms up. Keep your torso up. As you can see, I need to try and get my arms further back. Try and kick in your hips and raise your arms up, and if you can, reach up. Take deep breaths as you do this, and then if you can, raise your knee up off of the floor while your arms are still in the air. Just let that knee hover. Anytime you feel to, take a break. And once you're ready, place your arms behind you and then step up onto your right leg. Keep that left leg up. Try and make it the heel reach at the back of the room. Point it. Try and get it up there. Hold your balance as much as you can. Try, and while you're in this position, lower your hips. Don't let your hips be high or uneven. Try and keep it level with one another. Still hovering that leg up. Try and maintain that as much as possible. Raise it up. And then what you're going to do, you're going to bring that left leg up into pigeon pose. Now, place your left leg across your right knee and lower your hips down. Keep that left foot flexed. Don't let it be floppy. Keep it flexed as you lower your hips down. Keep your hand in a prayer position. Lower your hips as far down as you possibly can. And what you could do here is you can let your left hand touch the ground, and then your right hand with a torso twist will hover above you, and you try to stack your shoulders on top of one another. Have a nice twist. Breathe in and out, and then come back, keeping your leg off of the floor. Go doing a pistol sit. Oh, it's not that simple. So keep your leg up. What you're going to do, as you come up, you're going to take a breath and then exhale, but do not go down. Take another breath, exhale, and you keep on trying to get closer to your leg. Breathe in, and as you exhale, get closer to your leg while your leg is up. Always push. Now, next is a pistol get up. I can't do this, so I'll see you guys at the reset. And what we then move on to is a low lunge with the right leg extended, and try and bring your torso in between your legs at a 45-degree angle and get as deep as you possibly can. If your left heel can touch the floor, great. If it can't, that's no problem. But ultimately, we're trying to get that heel to touch the floor for ankle mobility. Come back up into a lunge, and then try and stand on your right foot without letting your left foot touch. Go into a sideward, I don't know what this is called. I think it's a scarecrow. And just hold there for a few seconds. Take a few deep breaths. And if you possibly can, raise your hand off the ground and get that strength in your side muscles, side stabilizers, while you're keeping your hands and your feet in the air. When you're ready, you will now go into a prayer position with your left leg still raised in the air, trying to push that heel back to the wall and keep a straight line. Use your torso, keep your torso up, and trying to get your back leg up as well, so it's a one straight line. Now what you do is you let the left leg go back down, and that will now go back into that stacked plank but onto the left side, and raise your hips and try and stack those shoulders on top of one another. Place the right hand behind the back and then rotate so that you come into a three-legged plank. Maintain that position, then lower the right hand down. Maintain the plank, be strong. Go down into chaturanga, push back up, go down into another chaturanga, hold it for a few seconds, and then lower yourself down. What you do is you do the Superman. So try and keep your feet flat on the floor, but you raise your chest up. Keep your quads strong. Raise your chest off the floor. hands and feet even. Now raise it up. Every single time you take an inhale, you raise up your chest. Exhale and relax. Now come up into plank. Go into downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths. This is a recovery position. Really push through those fingers and thumbs, index fingers and thumb, as well as the heel of your palms. Try and lengthen that through your hamstring, but if you don't feel like you can do that, have a slight bend in your knees if you need to. This is a good place to recover and just try and maintain your stabilizers. Now, while you're still in this downward facing dog, you're going to be coming into the next routine, which is the three-legged dog and the raising of the leg, and then into the awkward plank. Take your time. If you can't do it, remain in downward facing dog. If you can attempt it, let's go. So use your right hand to grab your right calf, and if you can, raise your left leg, and the aim of it is to go slowly and try and get that equilibrium, that balance. It's not easy. Try as many times as you can. Don't be scared and don't feel as if to say, oh, it's never gonna work. It's not about that. It's about doing it. And once you're ready, go into the awkward plank and try and maintain a nice structure there. Then when you're ready, throw the left leg through, and with the left hand on the floor, try and maintain your hips up, and with your right hand up, and hold it for a few seconds. Take a few breaths. And once you're ready, come back down. Bring the left leg up, raise it up into the air, and then bring it into the tricep. And if you can, step it through your arms. Go into a low lunge. Lower the knee. And then raise the arms up. This flow is not simple. As I said, it's challenging but very effective. And the more you practice it, the more you see the difference in the different styles of martial arts you take. So raise the right knee off the floor, lay it hover off the floor, maintain a strong structure, push up. When you're ready, throw your arms behind you, and if you can, lift off. Keep that right leg up. Find your balance. Maintain the hips. Don't let the hips be unbalanced. Keep them in a straight line. So lower that right hip down while lifting that right leg up, and point the heel towards the back of the floor, towards the back of the wall. Keep that flexion in the foot. Make sure that heel is strong. Breathe in and out. Without touching the floor, raise up into pigeon pose. So bring that right foot across the left knee and lower your hips to the ground. Make sure that right foot is flexed, it's not soft. And what you can do is lower the right hand to the ground on your fingertips and raise your left hand up. Try and keep that stack. Then come back into a nice pistol seat or pistol squat. With that leg still up in the air, straighten the left, and with your arms come up. Each time you exhale, you raise your torso to your right leg. So take a breath. Each time you exhale, go closer to your right leg. Take a breath. Exhale. Now, if you can get up, get up. Since I can't, I will catch you on the reset. Just come into a standing position, and then we'll move into a low lunge, but with the right leg. Now, coming out of the low lunge without really using the right foot, go into a half moon. That's what this pose is called. Then transfer into warrior 3. Keep that leg up. Bring the hands to the heart. Lift the torso to work on the back stabilizers. Raise the leg up and then go back down to a side plank, but on the right hand side, raising that hip up, and then place the arm behind you, and then go into a three-legged plank and hold there for a few seconds. Then place the hand back down. Sort yourselves out. Hold the plank and just take a few breaths, and then go back into chaturanga. Push back up. Take another few breaths. Move forward and then back down. Lay down flat onto the floor. Put your arms out and raise your torso and feet off the floor. Breathe in and out. Try and maintain this sequence. Really engage your back muscles. Breathe in and out. Raise your legs, raise your arms, raise your chest, raise your head. Keep your feet raised up, and then lower your feet, and then go into upward facing dog. The aim is to try and get those hips on the floor, and that will go through time. And while you're in this position, try and bring your neck back or your head back. Let your shoulders go back as well. And then push into downward facing dog. Adjust yourself accordingly. Breathe in and out. Raise the right leg and then stack it onto the left hip Try, then go onto the toes, and then bring the right knee to the right tricep. Hold it there for a few seconds. Breathe in and out. And then go into pigeon pose. Lower the knee or the leg across your mat. Now, the higher up your foot is, or the more of a 90-degree angle it has, that means you're really flexible. But if you're not flexible, do not push yourself. Like, my knees are not the greatest, so I keep my shin close. And if you want to really safeguard your knees, flex your feet on your right toes. Don't let them be floppy. And while you're in this position, try and get your torso in a nice straight line with your hips, and use your hands to stabilize yourself. Really push your back erect and keep your shoulders back, and take nice deep breaths. This is a back bend as well as a thigh and quad opener as well. I mean stretcher. And then you just lay down. If you want to go on your forearms, you can. Lay on your torso, on your thigh, on your right thigh, and just relax here. Breathe in and out, nice and calm. Just take this moment to just reflect on what you've done and look at your progress. Don't judge yourself or knock yourself. So come up and adjust yourself accordingly, and then swing your left leg across your right knee, and then take your left hand behind your back and bring your right arm across your left knee, and then twist. Try and be tall in this position, and as you exhale you twist. So when you breathe in you elongate, as you exhale you twist, and then release. With still maintain that cross leg, and you then go into a sitting position. Extend the right leg, keep the left leg still across the right leg, and take a breath and lower down. If you could grab your feet, that's cool, and then you just lower yourself down. Go as far as you're capable, as far as you are able to. If you want an extra stretch, you can then take the left hand and go onto the blade of the right foot to get a deeper stretch if you want. This is going to open up the lower back and the glutes around the psoas. So be gentle, and if you want, just, it's your body and this is your practice. Now come into plank. Maintain that nice structure in plank. Hips are up, back is up. Then go into downward facing dog. Take some nice deep breaths here. Get a deeper bend. Try and make sure your spine is straight. Then raise the left foot and then stack it onto the right hip. Try and maintain that nice structure. Then go onto your toes and then bring the left foot into the right tricep. Hold it there for a few breaths. Have that nice curve in your upper back. Breathe in and out. Try and get that knee higher as much as possible. Then place that leg through and then go into pigeon pose. Maintain a nice straight or upright torso. Try and keep your hips facing forward and they're nice and even. Relax your shoulders. Keep your body erect and just breathe into the position. Take nice deep long breaths. If you can, try and bring your head back into your body. Some people have tighter sides and more flexible sides. So if you have a tighter side, don't push it. Just go to its limit and work with what you have. So take nice deep long breaths here. And then when you're ready, start lowering your body down. Again, this is your yoga practice. And these guys are here to guide us, to help us develop and maintain a strong body. So you do according to what your body dictates and what your body needs. Nice deep breaths here. Relax. We're coming towards the end of the yoga flow. So it's like you're winding down and you're recouping with your body. Move around in this position if you wish to. When you're ready, come back up. And then bring the right leg across the left leg. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. So I want you to now bring your left hand across your right knee and use your right hand to go behind your back and twist. As you inhale, you elongate your spine. As you exhale, you twist just that little bit deeper, that little bit more. When you're ready, straighten the left leg. Still keep the right leg bent. Take a breath and then bend forward. Breathe in and out. Take nice deep breaths. As always, if you want a deeper stretch, you can go onto the outside of the blade of the left foot with your right hand and get a deeper stretch. When you're ready, release. And then come into a last pose. What you're going to do, you're going to come into like a reverse tabletop and place your hands behind you. Try and get your body and legs into a nice stacked position. I'm going to move my legs back a little bit and get into a nice tabletop. Lift your hips up. If you want to lower your head, you can, but if you feel you need to keep your head up, do that. Do what is necessary for your body. Now, while you're in this position, bring your hips forward and lower them down. Take a deep breath and exhale. Lower your body, your torso down while your hands are in the same position. This is really good shoulder opener, shoulder stretcher, especially for what we've been doing today. So really relax here, take some deep breaths, breathe in and out of this situation. Again, this is really good for Wing Chun practitioners because it helps with the mobility and the capability of moving your arms in a nice rotation without any issues. So take some nice deep breaths as you're in this position. Move around, explore your body. When you're ready, take your time, stretch out and boat pose. Lie down. Go into happy baby by grabbing your feet on the outside or on the inside. Try and keep your shoulders and your lower back on the floor, and you're trying to bring your knees as well as your legs up towards you, or bring your knees towards the floor. You can stretch a leg if you want, stretch another leg, stretch both legs if you feel to. Stretch those hamstrings, hip flexors. Then bring it back in. Relax your body here. Now hug your knees to your chest. Bring your head up to stretch out your spine underneath you. Relax. Then finally stretch your legs and relax. Really take deep breaths here. Stay here for as long as you want. Relax. Make sure your feet are not clenched, your brow is not furrowed, your jaw is not clenched. There's nothing being strong about you right now. You're just soft and in this position. I recommend you stay here for as long as you want, and minimum 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna leave you here and sign out. I've been the Martial Scholar. This has been my journey, and thank you for following me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please like. If you enjoyed the content of the channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when new uploads are on deck. I've been really want to give a real big shout out to Breath and Flow. I really recommend you go and follow them and follow their routine, especially if you're somebody in the martial arts. It's really good. As always, thank you. I'm the Martial Scholar. This has been my journey to black belt and beyond. Until next time, safe travels on your journeys. Peace.